Cut through the confusion. Understand the crisis, prepare for the future at Decoding Rickards. Globalization's demise, long overdue, reflects a historical process that has undergone various iterations over the centuries. The recent period of globalization, spanning from approximately 1989 to 2010, is often referred to as the second age of globalization, with its precursor dating back to the late 19th and early 20th centuries, known as the first age of globalization. During these periods, economic and financial activities thrived, facilitated by advancements in technology, transportation, and communication. The first age of globalization, spanning from 1870 to 1914, was a period of extraordinary growth in international trade and investment. This era witnessed the rise of free trade principles, allowing goods to flow across borders with minimal tariffs or restrictions. London solidified its position as the world's preeminent financial center. Bankers in London played a pivotal role in facilitating global transactions, like selling bonds backed by Argentine credit to eager investors in New York. Additionally, instruments like letters of credit became essential tools for international trade, guaranteeing payments and reducing risks for businesses operating across borders. The result of this first wave of globalization was a world deeply interconnected economically. Goods, capital, and even labor moved across national boundaries with increasing ease. Nations became increasingly reliant on each other, with raw materials flowing from one country to be transformed into manufactured goods in another and then sold back to consumers across the globe. This era of globalization fostered a sense of economic interdependence, showcasing the potential benefits of open markets and international collaboration. However, the outbreak of World War I in 1914 dealt a severe blow to globalization. Major stock exchanges, including the New York Stock Exchange, were closed for extended periods, disrupting financial markets worldwide. The gold standard, which had underpinned global financial stability, was abandoned, leading to widespread economic uncertainty and volatility. The interwar period was marked by economic turmoil, hyperinflation, and the Great Depression, undermining the foundations of global interconnectedness established during the first age of globalization. Trade barriers rose, protectionist policies were enacted, and international cooperation faltered, leading to a significant contraction in global trade and investment. Following the devastation of World War II, a second age of globalization emerged. This renewed era was driven by a powerful desire to rebuild shattered economies and foster international cooperation to prevent future conflicts. The landmark Bretton Woods agreements laid the foundation for this new global economic order. They established a system of fixed exchange rates and solidified the US dollar's position as the world's reserve currency, directly convertible into gold. This system aimed to promote stability and provide a predictable framework for international trade and investment. The post-war era, bolstered by Bretton Woods, witnessed a surge in global economic activity. Multinational corporations expanded their reach, establishing operations and supply chains that spanned continents. Regional trading blocs, designed to reduce trade barriers between neighboring countries, proliferated. Technological advancements further catalyzed globalization, with revolutions in communication and transportation shrinking the world. Innovations like containerized shipping and jet aircraft made it faster and cheaper to move goods and people across vast distances, fueling the rapid integration of global markets. The collapse of communism in Eastern Europe and the Soviet Union between 1989 and 1991 heralded a new era of globalization. Emerging markets opened up to foreign investment, trade barriers were dismantled, and technological advancements, particularly in information technology and telecommunications, further accelerated the pace of globalization. Multinational corporations expanded their operations across borders, creating global supply chains and networks of production. However, critics argue that the second age of globalization was characterized by uneven development, exploitation, and unsustainable practices. The United States, once the primary beneficiary of globalization, experienced a significant loss of financial and intellectual capital to emerging economies, particularly China. The outsourcing of manufacturing jobs, the offshoring of services, and the proliferation of intellectual property theft raised concerns about the fairness and equity of global economic integration. Moreover, the financial crises of the late 20th and early 21st centuries, including the Asian financial crisis, the dot-com bubble, and the global financial crisis of 2008, exposed the vulnerabilities of the global financial system. Excessive risk-taking, lax regulation, and financial innovation outpaced oversight, leading to systemic instability and economic downturns. In recent years, populist movements and nationalist sentiments have gained momentum, challenging the assumptions and benefits of globalization. Protectionist measures, trade disputes, and geopolitical tensions have further strained international relations, threatening to unravel the fabric of global cooperation and integration. The concept of debt forgiveness, rooted in ancient traditions such as the Jubilee, offers insights into alternative economic models based on sustainability and social equity. In biblical times, debt forgiveness was practiced as a means of preventing social unrest and restoring economic balance. Every 50 years, all debts would be forgiven, allowing society to reset and start anew. In the modern context, the absence of mechanisms like the Jubilee has contributed to the accumulation of unsustainable levels of debt, both at the individual and national levels. The cyclical nature of debt forgiveness ensured that the system self-regulated, preventing economic crises and social upheaval. In contrast, contemporary financial systems lack such mechanisms, leading to the unchecked accumulation of debt and systemic vulnerabilities. Efforts to engineer inflation by central banks have largely failed, despite the urgent need to stimulate economic growth and counter deflationary pressures. Inflationary measures such as adjusting the price of gold to $5,000 per ounce have been proposed as a solution to eroding debt burdens and jump-starting economic activity. Historical examples, including actions taken by FDR during the Great Depression and Richard Nixon's suspension of the gold standard in 1971, demonstrate the efficacy of such measures in stimulating economic growth. However, the current economic landscape presents challenges, including embedded high unemployment and deflationary psychology, complicating efforts to generate inflation. Despite these challenges, lessons from history underscore the importance of proactive measures to address economic imbalances and ensure sustainable growth. In conclusion, the demise of globalization reflects a complex interplay of historical forces, technological advancements, and geopolitical dynamics. While globalization has brought unprecedented prosperity and interconnectedness, it has also generated inequality, instability, and social dislocation. As we navigate the challenges of the 21st century, it is essential to draw upon the lessons of the past and explore innovative solutions to build a more equitable, resilient, and sustainable global economy. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, please give the video a thumbs up, and for more content like this, hit subscribe button and handbell icon.